A live-action reimagining of Disney's 2002 animated classic about a lonely Hawaiian girl and the mischievous alien who helps to mend her broken family. Where to watch, in theaters. Tom Cruise returns as Ethan Hunt for the 8th, and possibly last, installment of the explosive action franchise. Where to watch, in theaters. This ensemble rom-com follows the lives of multiple Asian American strangers as they navigate love, loss, and destiny. Starring Lana Condor, To All the Boys, and Ross Butler, Riverdale. Where to watch, streaming on Tubi. When a troubled young kung fu prodigy enters a karate competition, he enlists the help of Mr. Han, Jackie Chan, and Daniel LaRusso, Ralph Macchio, to merge their two styles at one for the ultimate martial arts showdown. Where to watch, in theaters. Director Wes Anderson delivers his 13th feature film, an espionage black comedy with a stacked ensemble cast including Benicio del Toro, Michael Cera, Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston, and Scarlett Johansson. Where to watch, in theaters. Ana de Armas steps into the criminal underworld of John Wick as a trainee assassin seeking revenge. Where to watch, in theaters. This dark comedy follows Dom, Nick Kroll, and Cole, Andrew Rannells, a couple on the verge of adopting a baby, as they embark on an Italian vacation but soon find themselves lost in a foreign land. Where to watch, in theaters. Taraji P. Henson stars as a single mother whose world unravels in a single day as she struggles to care for her ill daughter. Where to watch, streaming on Netflix. From Stephen King and Mike Flanagan comes this genre-bending tale celebrating the life of ordinary man Charles Chuck Krantz, Tom Hiddleston. Where to watch, in theaters. Described as a one-of-a-kind cinematic experience, from pop icon Miley Cyrus, the film accompanies Miley's 9th studio album of the same name and combines new music with fashion and fantasy. Where to watch, in theaters for one night only. The beloved animated franchise gets a live-action treatment, bringing the epic adventures of Hiccup and Toothless to life with cutting-edge visual effects. Where to watch, in theaters. This love triangle dramedy follows an ambitious New York City matchmaker, Dakota Johnson, who finds herself torn between the perfect match, Pedro Pascal, and her imperfect ex, Chris Evans. Where to watch, in theaters. Julianne Moore and Sydney Sweeney co-star as mother and daughter in this edge-of-your-seat thriller. Where to watch, streaming on Apple TV+. When space fanatic Elio is beamed up to the Communiverse, an interplanetary organization with representatives from galaxies far and wide, and mistakenly identified as Earth's leader, he must form new bonds with eccentric alien lifeforms to prevent a crisis of intergalactic proportions. Where to watch, in theaters. Pitch Perfect stars Rebel Wilson and Anna Camp reunite in this action comedy set against the backdrop of a fairy tale wedding with some uninvited crashers. Where to watch, in theaters. Set in the terrifying world created by 2002's 28 Days Later, this zombie sequel stars Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor Johnson and Ralph Fiennes as a group of survivors who have found a way to exist amidst the infected. Where to watch, in theaters. Brad Pitt, Damson Idris and Javier Bardem get behind the wheel in this high-octane action flick about a struggling Formula One team. Where to watch, in theaters. Everyone's favorite murderous dancing robot doll returns for more AI mayhem. Where to watch, in theaters. Starring Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey and Mahershala Ali, this action-packed new chapter of the Dino franchise sees an extraction team race to the most dangerous place on Earth, an island research facility for the original Jurassic Park, inhabited by the worst of the worst that were left behind. Where to watch, in theaters. In this sequel to the 2020 hit, Andy, Charlize Theron, and her team of immortal warriors are back to protect humanity from a new enemy. Also starring Uma Thurman, Henry Golding, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. Where to watch, streaming on Netflix. An action-packed comedy starring John Cena as the US President and Idris Elba as the UK Prime Minister. The two world leaders must set aside their rivalry to thwart a global conspiracy and save the world. Where to watch, streaming on Prime Video. Director James Gunn takes on the original superhero in the newly imagined DC universe. Starring David Corenswet as Superman, Clark Kent, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Where to watch, in theaters. Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. reprise their roles from the iconic 1997 teen slasher, as history repeats itself and a new batch of friends are stalked by a killer after a deadly car accident. Where to watch, in theaters. Rihanna leads an all-star voice cast in this animated musical that sees Smurfette and her pals venture into the real world to save Papa Smurf. Where to watch, in theaters.